Oh, hey guys, what's up? It's Chief Warren Sexsmith. I'm back. I know I'm posting a couple of videos and a little bit of a spur here. Or it's all just work stuff. I'm trying to get things sorted out with the new team here. Or, this video, you guys are gonna see more than just the uniform that I wear. I want you guys to kind of see it's a bit of a wide variety. Like if you guys are former cadets and you guys still have like a personal set of combats that you wore if you were Army, Air, or Sea, or if you guys have just bought a uniform for the hell of it, okay? So you guys are gonna see the variety of the uniforms that the Devil's Brigade will wear, okay? So first, I'm gonna start out with mine. And you guys are gonna get to see the patches on this one too, okay? There's different units, different patches, you name it, we've got it. There's different headdress for everybody. So for some of my guys, they're not gonna get a nice, they won't get a nice baseball cap like what I have. That's because these baseball caps were issued to Air Cadets that bought them in 2017 at CFB Cold Lake when they were in the survival wing. I spent 3 years in survival, so naturally in my third year, when I was staffing basic survival, I bought a bunch of survival instructor gear. The hat was one of them. I have a matching shirt to go with it, just so you guys can see. That's the survival emblem, and on the back of the hat, it says survival instructor. I have my BSC shirt and my instructor's hoodie hanging out somewhere. I'll try to find them. Or maybe you guys will see it in a bit of a later video. Not sure. Yeah, it's hard to say. But other than that, let's jump into it, okay? So, to start you off, yes, I'm wearing my combat uniform for all of them. But to start you guys off here, okay? I want you guys to see it's a full, like I said in my first video, it's a fully black tunic. I'm wearing pretty much a full black uniform. The only two differences is it's a blue baseball cap with a green shirt and brown combat boots. That's because my black ones are a little bit too small for me and I don't have laces for the ones that fit me right now. Also, I need to get a pair of laces for the ones that will actually fit me. Anyhow, that's my uniform in a nutshell. I'll just start you off. I'm gonna show you guys the rank on the shoulder sleeve, or on the sleeve of the shoulder, sorry. So, I got these from my girlfriend. I have a Chief Warrant Officer slip-on from my time in Army Cadet. Or not from my time, sorry, but from my girlfriend's time. She left them with me. And so I told her I was going to use them for the airsoft team. She's like, okay, go ahead. Next up, because in my uniform, I'm the Special Forces, quote unquote. So, don't get mad at me for this tab. I'm not saying I'm airborne at all. It's there because it's part of my uniform. For the Special Forces, but I have a U.S. Army Airborne tab as my first one because I'm the chief warrant to the team, so I need to look like I'm the most qualified. Just below that one, I have the Ranger tab. It's a subdued version. And then just below that, it was actually one of the first patches I got, but it's Survive Air. If you guys are Air Cadets up here in Canada, you guys all know what, I hope you guys know what Survive Air is. If not, Survive Air was a big survival competition all across the country that you would send 8 cadets to from your home unit, and you would go and compete. There was no cash reward, but there was if you won first place, the year that I went, the team that got first place had, instead of white embroiderments around the around their patch they had gold, but so I have that patch on my uniform. Again, on the other side, I have Chief Warrant slip-on. Below that, on the pocket, I have a 15 Service Battalion shoulder tab, so it sits on your dress uniform. It would sit right here on the top of the uniform, and then underneath it, it's the most important one to the team, but it is the actual Devil's Brigade patch. I bought this one at Supply Sergeant here in Edmonton before they went under, unfortunately, and I think I paid about $10 for that patch. But if you guys go and look up the Devil's Brigade movie, it's got Jeremy Slate in it. It's half Canadian, half American. It's a really good movie, but it's got USA across the top and Canada down the spine. It's a really well done patch. Next up on here, we've got my call sign, which is Nomad. And so over the radio, I'm not gonna say my actual call sign, but over the radio it would be Nomad blank blank, Inc. Yada yada. That's on the radio, or if we're just yelling at each other, they'd yell Chief or something, and I would reply. Next up, I know again, this is because it's this is a healthy mix. I'd actually love to get a team going down in the States. I'd really love that. So if you guys are from the US and you're interested in joining, let me know. If you guys have a bunch of friends that play Airsoft, let me know, and we can get you guys set up as a team, or the American part of the brigade. But next up, and I actually got this from the ACU uniform that I have a US Army plate that I wear on my combats to show that it was part of the Devil's Brigade. I don't wear this uniform out in public with everything on it. I just keep it downstairs. I wear it down in my basement where I hang out. Just because when I'm at home, I get kind of bored. I just like to hang out. Sometimes I'll mess around with the uniform. But that's my uniform. Next up, I have two Woodland uniforms. One's a flight suit. One's the actual uniform. But here's the Woodland uniform. I bought the tunic again at Supply Sergeant. Same with the, I think I actually got the hat at the flea market. I can't remember, but it's a nice little baseball cap. It's got 3 points of Velcro, so you can put a unit patch or something up here, or on the back, and then you can put infrared identification right here on the top of the hat where the button would be. Underneath it, this is going to be my buddy's uniform, because we're not working in unison, but I don't have a bunch of these shirts laying around, so I'm kind of just getting it figured out still. But I have a PPCLI shirt underneath in support of PPCLI. And then underneath I have the Woodland pants that you can see right here. So that's the first Woodland uniform. I know this one, the next three aren't, three out of the four I'm going to show you aren't ideal. One's not a full uniform right now, but they're still part of the team. Even they're going to work the logistics side of things when I order the logistics cap brass and everything off of eBay. Because why not? I want a wide variety on my team. But up first, I've got the Duty Master Sergeant. So on here, I've got the Maple Leaf. I've got a Air Cadet Squadron out of Regina. Some family is, one of my family members is an officer in Regina, and she got that patch and she gave it to me. Next up, you have the Rank Brassard. So on it, it'll have the unit that you identify with. You're not actually going to wear this in combat, I promise. This is on the logistics side of things. So when we're doing stuff up at our home base, which will be wherever we decide, they'll wear this and we'll be doing it as a team. But it'll have the Master Sergeant billet on it. The next one I've got here is the Duty Clerk. A few years back, my mom went to Paris. She brought me the Commando tab and the jump wings. So there's some on there just for display only. Same thing with the Legion patch. That's my old level 4 badge that I would wear, and then my first Air Cadet unit. So that is the Duty Clerk sweater. Clerk or typist or whatever, I'm not sure. And then underneath we have the U.S. Army, old U.S. Army tricolor uniform. That's the incomplete part. My fiance is still holding on to the pants right now, so I need to get those back from her, and then that'll pretty much be a full uniform because I have the boots still. Well, because I have 2 pairs of deserts. This one will be for my buddy. Again, he's not going to wear this out in combat, but it's got the squadron patch on it, the Canadian flag, Master Sergeant billet. It's got corporal rank underneath to signify years of service years. It's like that on both sides with the rank and the duty. I loaded this one out. It's nothing special. Oh, but I'm gonna get my buddy up and rolling in a position soon. He's actually my only Sergeant First Class right now. This one here, if you guys are US, I would hope you guys understand where this uniform is from. You guys should realize the pattern right away or the design, but this is the United States Marine Corps uniform. I ordered this one on eBay because I am a uniform collector. I've got, as you guys can tell, I have an extensive uniform collection so far. This is not a full uniform. There's no names, no ranks, but it is legitimized. I've found as many, I think, as 6 of the Eagle, Globe, and Anchor on it, so I can tell. But it's got them hiding all over the place. Let's see if I can actually just find one. Yeah. Like just right here. If you guys can see that right there. It's upside down, but it says USMC with the Eagle, Globe, and Anchor on it. I bought that on eBay, I think. I bought that for about $150 for the pants and tunic alone. So there's one uniform. That's actually going to be for my company Sergeant Major, so that's going to be one of my friends that I've known for a little while now. So he's going to wear that uniform. Next up, this is for one of my warrant officers. He's got the Air Force side of things with an airborne beret, but no brass, so we're going to change things up a little bit. But he's got the warrant officer rank on the center of the chest, which is where it belongs. And underneath he has one of the survival shirts I was telling you guys about. He's got a really nice one, but it's got the same thing as my hat does. So it's got the axe and hammer on the chest right here, where the heart would be, I believe. I forget what side, and I'm not a doctor. But it's got the pants underneath and everything, so it can hang out there. Next up, this was actually my first uniform I got. This has got my armored beret on it, even though I was an electrical mechanical engineer or cadet, so I have my beret tucked away. But it has my fiance's RCAC brass on it that she bought at the flea market on the shoulders. So, like my tunic, it has the rank on the shoulders, Master Warrant Officer Billet, or if you guys are Sea Cadets, Chief Petty Officer 2. Oh, so that's that uniform. Next up here, we've got the American Combat Uniform, the old ACUs. I bought this at Supply Sergeant. Ignore the China patch that was thrown in my stuff when I moved out. Well, that's my old roommate's, but it's got, I believe it's a PPCLI shirt though, underneath it. Yeah, it's got a PPCLI shirt underneath it, but it's a full uniform as well. Pants are right there. Here I've got a pair of boots for my buddy as well. All that he can wear with these. And then he's got a very warm toque for the winter time that actually just about matches up perfectly. A buddy of mine, if he comes and grabs a bag, no worries. Because I actually hope he does. Because I don't want him to freeze his head off. But it pretty much matches the pattern of the uniform. So for now, oh, buddy, if you're watching this video, nobody's worn it. It stayed safe with us. Excuse me. Next up, and final field uniform for tonight is the flight suit. Canadian Air Force Beret. Really comfortable. I actually got that I got that when I was a corporal or a flight corporal in Air Cadets, or if you're Army, Master Corporals. And then I bought the flight suit here at Surplus Store. Again, it's one of the only ones that's actually got shoulder tab marked on it that's going to be worn. But it's got my old squadron patch on it that I kept, and then where I had a excess laying around, and then it's got a U.S. Armed Forces shoulder patch underneath. I'm not sure what unit, so if you guys know, let me know. I would like to know what unit this is. Again, not to steal valor, but simply for the fact of I would like to diversify my team. And then on the chest, he's my only staff sergeant right now. So like I was saying, the 3 chevrons with the rocker on it. And that's about it for the uniforms. And so I've got sitting here, just realized I've got the blueberry boonie cap. So if you guys were if anybody in the U.S. was in the U.S. Navy, you guys would probably remember the blueberry before the Type 3 working uniform. And if you guys can let me know where I could maybe get one of those, I'd just love to collect them. I really do. I love collecting my uniforms. So I'm actually trying to find a World War II USMC uniform. But if you guys can let me know where I can find those, even better. Other than that, guys, this is Chief Warrant Officer Zach Smith, signing off.